So, what is a post-tragic worldview? Life is seen through the perspective and the direct experience of wholeness. The ground and foundation of our experience is rooted in wholeness. This means that at the most fundamental level of our experience, we recognize that we're not broken and never could be. Yes, terrible things happen to us. I mean, I lost my father due to gun violence almost 30 years ago. So these things happen to us, but there's a recognition that it doesn't, there's not a possibility for these things to break us because we're fundamentally whole. As a part of this, and this might sound like a radical claim, but from a post-tragic worldview, the world, human beings, the unfolding and the development of human beings are understood through direct experience as fundamentally good. That our human nature is fundamentally good. Of course, humans do terrible things. We all know this. So this is not a dismissal of that. But there's a recognition that underneath that, there's something else. There's something deeply good. There's a recognition that the tragedies in this world occur through goodness becoming obscured. But at our root, that fundamental goodness remains. And that all that's occurring in this world has an intrinsic positivity underneath it. That doesn't mean it feels positive. That doesn't mean that we're giving room for anybody to do anything that they want. Nothing like that. But there's a recognition that underneath all of the tragedy, there is something fundamentally good, something fundamentally whole. As a part of this, the post-tragic worldview understands that pain and suffering are doorways through which we grow and through which we awaken to love, to compassion, creativity, curiosity. In essence, we begin to interpret what before led us into a doom cycle now leads us into pathways into profound insight, into deeper wholeness. As a part of this, everything that we experience, no matter how difficult these experiences are somehow known as coming with and arising with deep possibility, deep meaning. And in this, and I want to be very clear about this, tragedy, pain, suffering isn't bypassed. This isn't a, oh, let's just like look on the bright side of things. Quite the contrary. The pain and the tragedies of being human are deeply embraced, but in such a way that there is a possibility and an invitation for deeper learning and deeper transformation to arise. Now, tragedy is reinterpreted as the means through which we find deeper purpose, we find deeper wholeness, and we find deeper insight. So I can, use my own experience, as an example here. As I mentioned, about 30 years ago, my father was killed. He was murdered, and it was intentional. And this, from one perspective, this was crushing. I mean, I was just 20 years old. I had no idea how to be an adult. I was sort of lost in the world, flailing around. But over time, the very crushing pain of this experience led me deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into an exploration of what the hell do I do with all of this? What do I do with all this pain? I didn't have any tools at the time. And it was that very pain that led me into deeper and deeper experiences of love and possibility